We have all been frustrated about long latency voice calls, and really, if you look at the last 20 years, people have been trying to bring voice AI to contact centers, which has not taken off in a big way. I feel that this is that magical moment that's going to make it happen.
Are your customer service teams struggling with unanswered tickets, low CSAT scores, and high agent turnover, driving up costs? If so, you're in the right place. Join Raghu Ravinutala and Rashid Khan as they explore how Yellow.ai's new VoiceX brings customer conversations closer to human-like interactions. Ready to elevate your CX game? Let's dive in.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Today we have a very special guest, Raghu.
Rashid, very excited for the amazing launch, which I think you're going to talk about.
Yeah.
Super exciting.
One of the big things we want to talk about is solving for voice in contact centers. We're very, very excited to launch our VoiceX voice platform, which is the world's most premium voice AI for enterprise contact centers out there. And over the last few weeks, we've been hard at work to release something which is really exceptional out of the world. And for most enterprise, it's going to bring massive, massive value when they think about automation. So are you excited to?
Super excited. We have all been frustrated about long latency voice calls, and really, if you look at the last 20 years, people have been trying to bring voice AI to contact centers, which has not taken off in a big way. I feel that this is that magical moment that's going to make it happen.
Yeah. And we ourselves have been on this endeavor since 2017, 2018, with the first few customers where latency was such a big problem to be able to deploy this in production use cases, where it didn't give enough value to customers. And today, I think we want to sort of solve it. So why don't we do this, Raghu? So we have a phone number set up, and I'm going to dial out a number, and we'll essentially see how the experience is, and then we talk about some of the features of what we're launching.
Beautiful.
Great.
I can help you resolve your issues related to IT equipment like keyboard and mouse. Can you please share your name to get started?
Yeah, my name is Rashid.
Thank you, Rashid. Could you please provide your mobile number for our internal logging?
Yeah, it's 9538 00008.
Thank you, Rashid. Could you please confirm your mobile number again?
Yeah.
It seems to be missing a digit.
Yeah, the last digit is 9.
Thank you for confirming. Are you facing an issue with your keyboard or mouse?
I'm facing an issue with my mouse, actually.
Got it. Is your mouse wired or wireless?
Actually, I don't know because I connected wirelessly, but it also has a cable attached to it. So I don't know which one is it.
Understood, Rashid. Let's proceed as if it's a wireless mouse. What kind of issue are you facing with your mouse? Is it related to cosmetic damage?
It's a connectivity issue right now.
I see. Is this the first time you are connecting the mouse?
No, it's not the first time. I've been using it for the last 6 months, but it's not connecting today to my MacBook.
Understood. Can you try switching the port on your MacBook where the mouse receiver is connected?
I've already done that. It's not helping. So I just connected that, but it's not helping yet.
Got it. Is the red power light on the bottom of the mouse turned on or off?
It's turned on.
Not turned on. I see. Is your mouse rechargeable or does it come with user replaceable batteries?
It is rechargeable. It's a rechargeable one. Yeah.
Understood.
Oh wait, I think it's not the rechargeable one. It's the one with batteries.
Got it. In that case, make sure the batteries are replaced every 6 months. If the issue persists, can you try the complete mouse setup with an alternate laptop or computer to see if it works there?
Sure, I'll try that. Thanks. So Raghu, as you can see, this is largely we are built for our own IT support. But there are a couple of pieces which I would like to highlight in terms of what has happened in the demo. First is, it was a complete natural conversation. You're not prepared to pressing 1, 2, 3 for IVR setups. Second is you could barge in at any point of time, and if in case you provide incorrect or incomplete information, you could always complete by providing just the remaining bit. So just as you saw with my phone number, I just gave 9 digits instead of 10 and then said, what's the last digit? And it understands that. And the biggest aspect is, which we feel, which is making it super humanized, is first is the latency has gone down so less. It feels like as if you're talking to a human agent at this point of time. And this is connected with our ecosystem of Yellow G. So you're bringing in the best of LLMs out there to our customers. So what are your first thoughts, Raghu, on this? Like, what do you feel?
This is absolutely brilliant, Rashid. And first of all, I'm very excited because there are 400 billion to a trillion customer support calls made across the world for customer support every year. And a lot of companies since 1990s have been looking at ways to provide a great experience to all of them. And the answer of humans providing that experience hasn't worked out. I mean, so many people are dissatisfied because they are on hold. And we all knew from a long time, and we've been like pioneers in getting some of the voice implementations get into the market over the last 5 years. And the biggest bottleneck for wide-scale adoption, why are these 400 billion calls still being provided, majority of them still being provided by humans, is that these interactions have not been human-like. I mean, a slight deviation from a success flow, like someone comes and barges in, somebody interrupts, there's background noise, it just doesn't work. And that's frustrating for end customers, and brands are not highly convinced in deploying the solution. And now we've demoed this to a lot of our customers. It's already in production deployment, and the response has been absolutely phenomenal. Now we solved all those issues. Now latency is much more human-like, as you can imagine. You can barge in, you can just talk like you're talking to a human agent. But it also brings in the advantages of technology, where humans take a lot of time to process information, go to a lot of backend system, pull in data, provide the right response. So here, in fact, we are providing human-like interactions, but at the speed of technology. I think that's what excites me so much.
That's right. And the couple of pieces we want to also talk about is this integrates with your existing knowledge base. So in this case, where you saw it integrated with one of our customers' knowledge about mouse and keyboards, and depending on where you are, an issue which you have, it's actually able to bring out the right context and make it more voice and telephone friendly. The thing with most knowledge bases out there today, they're like long, maybe 1-pager, 2-pager, and you really can't read that whole information out to the customer. So how do you break that down into chunks, which is digestible by end customers, and they can take action real time on it? That's one of the biggest innovations which we've been able to pull out. Cool, Raghu. So one of the things we want to talk about is our ability to do plug and play with the existing contact center platforms, because it's unlike some of the newer technology which exists. Most companies have been investing into contact center platforms since 1970s, 1980s, right? And one of the things with VoiceX we also wanted to ensure was it essentially leverages what enterprises have bought today and build a single click integration. So with our plug and play today, we're providing with all the CCaaS platforms, with Genesys, with Avaya, NICE, Ring Central, the ability to just integrate right away both ways. So one is call coming into their systems, they can forward to our bot to start taking up the interactions as they go along. Second is there also would be cases where the bot is not able to understand certain use cases, or it requires a higher level of empathy where only a human can solve it. And in those cases, again, we can transfer it very seamlessly back to one of these platforms from here.
Yeah, I think our hypothesis right from day one has been that great customer experience is when AI and humans work together. And there's this contact center technologies and service clouds that are available across all these customers. And there are a lot of workflows that are already running around these systems. And we have seen a lot of cases where bringing Yellow AI seamlessly on top can provide the best value and the fastest value for our customers, and super excited. Not only that, I think we have some exciting partnerships with some of these CCaaS vendors we're going to announce pretty soon. So that gives us a great distribution muscle to kind of have this technology kind of spread to a lot of these enterprises in the fastest way possible.
Yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. And as we go along from integrations, one of the things which our customers would really love to know is what sort of use cases to sort of start with when they think about VoiceX platform. Should they do more internal versus external? Should it be more inbound versus outbound? Customer support versus sales, right? And in your last trip to India, you spent some time meeting customers across. And if you could talk through, some of the things which customers have been seeing from a value perspective, that would be great.
Yeah, fantastic. I think it's imagination is the limit to the kind of use cases customers can experience. But I'll just take some tidbits of where we are seeing the maximum impact. Customer service is broadly the most spent expense, operational expense for companies, apart from the COGS for developing products, right? And what we are seeing is, I was just talking to one of the financial services company, and they implemented our GenAI voice to automate their interactions. They're getting, just like others, 40 to 60% of automation rates. My question to them was, how did it impact the end user experience? What is the CSAT? I was bracing for an answer, ranging anywhere from neutral to, we got this efficiency, but intuitively customer experience is still not great. But I was blown away by the answer. They saw a 26% improvement in CSAT rates by implementing Yellow AI for their customers. That talks a lot about the kind of use cases where this could be highly impactful. Customer service, inbound and outbound, where you're resolving the queries really fast. You're able to have some reasoning to make those decisions and just be available for them 24/7. There's no need for hold times. So I think these are cases where we are seeing the biggest impact, Rashid.
Absolutely. No, that sounds very good. And then as we sort of scale this VoiceX platform to customers across the globe, I think we'll start seeing some use cases which we might not have imagined, as we've seen with chat and email in the past. Moving on, I think we're moving into the closing segment. Raghu, I just want to see if you have any closing thoughts, closing questions you want to sort of address.
Yeah, Rashid, you're the chief product officer for the company, and it's always been fascinating how you and your team have come up with some crazy innovation that brings to market something that people haven't seen. And as I can say, the experience that I've just noted is exceptional. I mean, I would love, and the audience would love to understand broad mechanics of how you were able to get to that. The first of all, the telephony system is an analog system, and we are putting our technology on top of it. How are you able to generate human-like latencies on telephony systems, existing network, existing telephony, existing contact centers? But man, it feels like you're talking to a nice digital agent out there.
Yeah, no, I think so. Over the past few months, the team has spent a lot of time just rethinking what the architecture of AI-based phone calling sort of looks like. And if you sort of relied on the previous pipelines of doing ASR, then doing a call to a AI engine to drive conversation, and then doing TTS, it was a very serial, long process. One of the biggest innovations which we have sort of brought in is, first is stitching all of these together in a very seamless way. Second is there's massive power in doing parallel processing of sorts. So one, especially with the compute becoming more and more available, today we are able to do a lot of these things in parallel. I think that's also driving the efficiency gains and also reducing the latency drastically. And second, I think it is bringing our LOG more closer to where the calls are actually happening. So what that essentially means is deploying in contact centers, our AI engines directly there, and being able to orchestrate across the right LLM model, the right ASR engine, the right workflows, very seamlessly. That's where essentially our Dialogue X sort of comes in. So as I look at and give you the key takeaway here is, rethinking the stack completely, and second is massive parallelization of services which are being invoked, making it closer to the center itself.
It's amazing. And something that keeps running in my mind is a lot of these LLMs are trained on worldwide, mostly textual data, right? I think that's where it is. And if you chat with any of the LLMs, you kind of get answers. It's essentially next word prediction. You get answers that are much more conducive to people reading text. Telephony voice interactions are completely different. You kind of have people snap. You need to be short and pithy. You cannot, read up paragraphs and monologues out there. How is that you made this yellow AI technology applied on telephony that much more intuitive and tuned to voice interactions? That people usually have.
Yeah, no, that's a great observation, Raghu. Even as you saw in the voice call which we did, typically that has been connected to a knowledge base where knowledge about all the products are there, knowledge about diagnosing products is there. Now, the real magic essentially is happening is where you're able to convert that 1 or 2 pager into bite-sized information which the bots can process and take action on. And that's a big technology change which we have brought in the YellowG platform itself. And the second bit, as we started building voice bots, we realized was you cannot give information which is more than 3 or 4 seconds long at once to a user, because again they'll get sort of confused. So we essentially have brought in a more transformation model from large text to small text. Second is also taking care of links, images, videos. So we're providing alternate ways to deliver them while the user is on call. So they're not missing out on any of the multimedia aspect of it. And the final bit which is sort of rethinking there is there a way where we can merge your voice call at the same time with some UI itself, right? So imagine you want to provide a email address, or you want to provide a home address which is very complicated even for humans to note it down. Can there be parallel ways to sort of get that? And we'll be introducing the UI on top of voice to sort of enable that use cases as well.
That's super brilliant, Rashid. And what I have also noticed is a lot of the voice demos, and customers keep asking me, is they work super great in studio environment. You meet customers in conference rooms, show demos, and no noise. Real world is different. I mean, people call while they're on their commute on their metros. They call from their cars when their kids are speaking from behind. So how does this technology handle that? Does Yellow AI even handle that? And can I go ahead and promise our customers that however is the environment, this voice technology handles that?
It does that. I think one of the big aspects of making this work in real world is solving for really good noise cancellation. And there are 2 aspects to it right now. One is obviously your phones and most gadgets have become very good at singling out the closest sound which is there and then giving that as a primary input to us. And post that, we also have built a lot of noise processing algorithms to remove all the white noise which sort of is coming in. So be it your traffic noise, be it pedestrian noise. If you're in the car, maybe the Bluetooth has some connectivity, this thing. So we're trying to reduce all of that.
So that's brilliant. I mean, I'm really looking forward to testing out in some crowded market out there. That's amazing. And also to kind of notice in a lot of telephone calls is people just barge in, they change topics, and humans are very unpredictable. How are you handling those scenarios in VoiceX platform with Yellow AI?
Like as you could have seen, even in the IT demo which we just did right now, I was able to give inputs which were very confusing, which were very vague. So I said, I have a wireless mouse, but it also comes with a wire, things like that. And second is, the one which we talk about is the bargain. So while the bot is speaking, you can speak over it. And the bot stops speaking and starts listening. So those are the inherent features which have been built out on the VoiceX platform today, which is available right now. So all customers just get it by default now.
Super excited to take it to our customers, and just reach out to us, and we are excited to bring this technology to all of you.
Yeah, we're super excited to get this out in the world to each and every one of you, and start seeing some really big difference in how contact centers handle their call volumes today. Thank you so much for listening to us today.